to the live. That's where my rag went. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the live. Let me fix that. Let's put up there. Gloves. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys smash that like button. What's up, TC? What's going on, baby? What's up, Leah Liz? So, I gotta get some bigger gloves. I don't remember where I got these from, to be honest. What's going on, Spirit DeWitt? I don't know what that was. No idea. No idea. What's going on, Corey? What's going on? Welcome to the live. Make sure you guys smash that like button. So, I had a little bit of time to kill today. Not really kill, but I ain't no Dexter. I'm not no Point Dexter either. So I'm in the wood shop today because the wood shop doubles as the company storage as well. So I do, this is where I built, this is where I finished my son's crib. If you guys haven't seen it, I suggest you go to our second YouTube channel called Wood Shop Could Chop Wood. It's actually linked in our other channels page, and you guys could watch me build a solid oak crib from reclaimed lumber. I don't claim to know what I'm doing. I just do it, if that makes sense. Get it? Do it. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Leah Liz. So what we're doing right now, so I got my container here. I'll show you guys what I'm working on. Uno momento, por favor. Para español, marque cinco. Alright, let's see. So this project, sorry, I got my charger in the way. This is gonna need some epoxy to hold it together, but I need to build a form or something. So I'll probably have to put this project on the back burner. I have to build like something that's stable enough to hold it, and that's gonna hold all the epoxy in. It's a really skinny board. It's nothing crazy. So I'll probably just move this one off to the side. I really want to epoxy that together, but it's not gonna hold. I would have to wait for the epoxy to be really, really thick, and I just ain't got really thick epoxy time today. Man. So this is all the stock I have over there. I got some more stock over there. I got the company stuff over there. We got some more wood stock. This is all oak right here. Forgot what kind of wood this is, but some guy passing by, this is like flooring wood. So some guy passing by asked me if I wanted it. I was like, sure. All I do is like build stuff, and he was like, all right, cool. So this one I put epoxy in. Obviously I would have to buff that out. This is epoxy in there, and then got some other cool lumber and stuff. This is all stuff that I don't know what to do with yet, because this lumber isn't really safe to use in a woodworking project, because MB stands for methylbromine, and that is toxic to humans. So don't know what to do with that yet, but it is some really nice country maple. I'll admit that. Most of this wood has been planed down. Some of it, not all of it, but I think this is the stack that has to be planed down. This stack has already been planed down. Um, you can see the difference between that one and this one. There's a significant difference in there, but look how nice that wood is, you know. But this is all reclaimed pallet wood. So over there, I built like a little sled, and then I got some really expensive wood from like South America or something. One of my deliveries actually gave it to me. What I'm doing now is, let me put this over here. So I got a couple chunks that have like these deep uh mm, I don't know what you call them, like defects. So I'm going to backfill them with epoxy to stabilize them. Right now the weather is not cool. I mean, it's cool, it's not cold. So just want to make sure it doesn't go all the way through, so it doesn't leak all over my table, and then I don't got to scrape it off. You're building a water bottle? Yes. So this is my invention. I'm gonna call it Niagara. Nah, this is actually the mixing container for the epoxy. So, give me 1 second. Untangle this. So I got my scale right here. I have my epoxy right here in this box. I always use liquid glass. And I got my stir stick. So while I get set up, no, I actually build furniture, to be honest. Yeah, I build furniture. So I just want the stir stick to probably be maybe double the height of this. So snap that, throw that in the scrap pile. Now, if anyone has never used, oh, dude, my beard is so scruffy, it's nappy. I haven't combed it, I haven't put anything in it. But if you guys never used this before, it requires 2 parts A to 1 part B. So normally I do it in 9-ounce pours, because that way I can, I could do 6 ounces of this and then 3 ounces of that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look for other chunks of wood, because these aren't gonna hold 9 ounces, and this stuff is like almost $100 for a gallon kit. So I want to make sure I got more than enough stuff to pour on, because like I said, these crevices are not gonna hold 9 ounces. So I'll probably have a few ounces left over. So I'm just trying to source material for right now, and then that way, if I ever came back to do some woodworking, or if I ever wanted to sell any of this wood, which I am, because there's a market for there is a market for reclaimed wood. So, oh, here we go, found a piece. 1 second. So that's some bark inclusion there, right there, and then yeah, just. So if I were to tape it, it should hold, but I can't find the good tape. And what I mean by the good tape, one of these, I think it's this one. Yeah. Tyvek tape. So it creates you're growing your beard back. That's what's up. So yeah, so I can't find my Tyvek tape, and yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I mean, I haven't really been in here in a while, to be honest. So, but what you guys up to? What are you guys doing today? I just got done. So all that stuff that I took out of my truck yesterday, I actually just put it into the storage today. So that's how that's going. And then, of course, I got some like smaller chunks. And, this is exactly what I love about myself, is that even though I didn't know where it was, I still had an idea. Even though I haven't done woodworking since the winter. So that just goes to show. I am about to do an epoxy pour. So um, in case I wanted to work on some projects, or if I wanted to sell any of these projects, um, the wood doesn't go to waste and the wood doesn't get rejected because it has either bark inclusions or defects. I bought this roll of tape. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but when I went to go find it, it was pretty expensive. I would say anywhere from like 10 to 15 bucks or something like that for that. So, but yeah, so what I want to do is I want to tape it up with Tyvek tape just so that I don't have any leaks. So I'm sweet. I appreciate it. That Tyvek, no, it might create the uh yeah, everyone, make sure you guys smash that like button. Um, Tyvek tape, it's good, but it's not the best I've ever used. Gorilla tape to me, but it everything has its own purpose. So maybe I'll try to find a few other pieces before I try to pour this. But at least get the tape set up. Just yeah, I can only imagine. DuPont, yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a nice long strip all the way down. I wish there was a way I could prop you guys up to see it like that. Let me see. This will hold it. Nah, I'm not trying to break my charger. Yeah, so I'm gonna run a nice long strip all the way down. And one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to wipe down the wood. You want to make sure that the surface is clean and free of debris, just so that when you lay down the tape, it doesn't bond. So then what I'm doing is I'm taking another piece of wood and I am running it down to make sure that it's flush to the surface. Good for 200 miles an hour? Nice. Yeah, so that way when I pour it, it doesn't all come gushing out, you know? You got it? I'll see. Now the biggest problem that I got is like keeping it from gushing out. That's the biggest problem. So yeah, I was watching this woodworking channel sometime like last year, a year and a half ago, and they were like, when we build our forms, yes, this is more expensive, but it also creates like a leak-proof seal. And I was like, wow, that's good to know. I wish I would have known that before. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. So now I'm just looking for maybe like one other piece to just have on standby, at least so that if I do come across some wood that could use a little bit of reinforcement, like this one. See? And it's, it's all blown out with like nail holes and stuff, but that's a part of the beauty of using reclaimed wood. It adds to the characteristics. So one thing I did learn though is the part that's open the most. You should probably tape that up and then fill from the backside, because that way it'll be nice and flush and flat against the tape. And then the part that is closed, you're gonna end up planing it anyway, all of it. But you're not football? No, I don't watch sports. Sports are too political for me, and they fake too many injuries. Now, granted, I should have probably cleaned up this edge a bit and like ran it across the saw, got a nice clean cut, but I think it'll hold. I think it'll do good. If it don't, it'll just leak out. But this is just one of the backup pieces, so that way when I fill it, it'll make a nice flush backfill right there. And then there's also like a little crack that I could just smear some epoxy in right there. And then same thing with this. It doesn't really go all the way through. So, and then another thing you can do is as soon as you make the epoxy, you can use that to fill in the really small cracks, and then give it like an hour, and then come back, and it'll really like thicken up, and it'll make it hard for it to like run all the way through. So like projects that you have that you're afraid that it's really going to leak, just wait for it to thicken up, or do it in small layers. Were you a carpenter before you drove trucks? No, actually. So funny story. I know nothing about woodworking. Nothing. Like everything that I know, everything that I know from YouTube. I mean, everything that I know, it's either from YouTube or I'm self-taught. So, like for instance, this wood, it's not perfectly square. I know how to make it square, but does that mean I'm gonna do that? Nah. So I just put it there with all the other imperfect wood. Like I just found out that this chunk of oak, I didn't know that oak can rot and make what's called spalt. I thought that only happened in maple and like softwoods, but nope, that happens in hardwoods too. So I got two nice chunks of spalted oak right here. So I got that one and this one. Still undecided. I like this one because it kind of looks like flames. So I'm still a little undecided about what I want to do with those, but I just keep them there. You know, and then I got a whole bunch of other wood and little offcuts and stuff like that from all the projects that I've done. So um, to answer your question, no, I've never been a legit woodworker, and I've never, how would I say it? I've never actually known what I was doing. So I just put stuff together, and then it just somehow works. So you know, I see stuff online, and then I kind of just like try it, or like the crib, that was all my idea. My dining room table, that was my idea. The step stool, that was my idea. The epoxy coasters, that was my idea. So as far as like inspiration as to what to do, I don't really get inspiration from other YouTube channels like that. Oh, that makes sense. There's a chunk missing. Ah, very nice. Now I gotta find the chunk, right? I was wondering why the piece looked so weird. And that's because there's a chunk missing, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Um, there's a chunk missing right here. So this is gonna be like a two-part epoxy pour, because I'm gonna have to like glue that, or not glue it, but epoxy it together and then like reinforce it with something or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I cross that bridge. Yo, what's up, Gamer One? So Mark, I actually have two other channels. I got a woodworking channel called Wood Shop Good Chop Wood, and then I have a nostalgic '90s channel where I do a dive into my memories, and we watch cartoons and stuff together, and just explore a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna put you guys up here because I don't want you guys to be. But the only thing that really sucks about the only thing that really sucks about this workshop is that little bit of insulation does nothing. So I have a little heater. I have a little heater right there that runs off the generator, but that generator burns a lot of fuel, so typically I don't run it unless I need to. And I guess I could hook up like a propane thing in here, but I'm not trying to start a fire, so I'm all set. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Sorry, I just saw your comment. Let me put you guys right in here. There we go. I'm trying to prop you guys up in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Mr. Buddy? No, I've never even heard of that. What is that? A Mr. Buddy. Alright, so the pieces that I know I'm definitely going to pour into are these chunks right here. I'll pull those out. And then there's a piece I put tape on, but I didn't do a good job because it's not Tyvek tape. So this piece right here, I want to definitely fill it with epoxy. And then if you're just joining, the reason why I'm doing this is so that later on, if I do want to sell any of this wood, to like other nutmeggers or, people that like to buy reclaimed wood. I got to be careful with that Tyvek tape. Funny story, I actually peeled the skin off my lip with it because it is some pretty strong stuff. I will admit that, but don't judge me. So yeah, if I ever wanted to sell this wood, which I will do, because uh, I bought a pallet buster too. I've never even shown you guys because that's when like it got cold, and like I said, it's not insulated in here, so the floors being concrete, that definitely doesn't help, and it just pulls the heat right out of your feet. Just keep doing carpentry, man. So, if in case you're wondering how long I've been doing carpentry work or amateur carpentry work, or even if you would even call this carpentry work, or I don't even know what you would even call it, not that long. So, I still don't know what I'm doing. But I do know you gotta sand the wood down to a pretty fair, smooth surface to get the epoxy from pouring out. You know what also would help would I can't even talk today. What also would be good is if you had I think Loctite makes a certain epoxy, and they um you could spray like an accelerator on it just to at least build that barrier. And I think that'd be really cool. Although I haven't done extensive research to figure out, you know, what is the name of the product, but I'm sure it's not that hard to find. I can't even think of a price point, really. For some reason, my comments keep disappearing. Hey, bro, T's and P's, thoughts and prayers. Oh, I appreciate you, Scott. Yeah, wood, like, wood all gets repurposed. So, look, I'll show you guys something. So, that's all sawdust in there from different mixed woods and stuff. And when this gets full, I actually have a buddy who has like gerbils and stuff, and he needs bedding. So I'll call him up, and I had told him because he was like, "Oh, how much do you want for it?" I was like, "Nothing." And he was like, "You won't charge me for it?" I said, "No, just come down and pick it up. I want it out my shop." And he was like, "Sweet." So then I was like, "You know what I do need? I need like a dryer hose for like the output on the planer." And he was like, "Yo, I got one in the bed of my truck." So he brought this down, and it came with the clamp on it. I clamped it down, and then what I do is try not to cut myself because this got really sharp edges. So what I do is while I'm planing, uh, that planer will be on top of that table, and then I just put the hose right in there, and then it just fills up. And then whenever it gets full, I call him up, and then he comes and gets it. So I got that. I got chunks of scrap wood. Oh, right there, over here. This is chunks of oak from the stringers for my kid's crib that I built him. And you can see here that I already put the first layer of epoxy in there. So I guess I could, put these pieces down there. I just have to wipe them out. I put a little bit of epoxy right there, a little bit of epoxy right there. But all this wood is all reclaimed wood. Like, I never buy any brand new pieces. So I got different offcuts, different sizes, different dimensions. Exactly the sizes and dimensions they are, I don't know. I just, little offcuts here and there. I got a whole bag of little offcuts and scraps of that country maple. So I could plane that down, but those wood shavings I probably wouldn't put. These wood shavings I probably would never put those in that. I would, with the good stuff, only because, this is treated with methylbromine, which is toxic to humans. I don't know if it's toxic to animals, but I'm not trying to find out and kill my buddy's gerbils. So that's how that cookie crumbles. And then I got a few pieces back here that could use some epoxy. Like look at that. That has some nice figure in there. Look at that. So um but I'm kind of like overwhelmed with lumber in here. I was thinking about building like a little shelf or a rack or something because once I break down pallets, I normally do it over there. And then oh, here's the pallet buster I've never even used yet. See, it's still got all the wrapping and stuff on it. So um, let's see. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. One sec. I'm getting caught back up on the comments. Hey, bud, they have this thing called new power supply. It looks like a jump box, but if you could power 110 off of the for at least. I've heard of the Jackery. You're right, Steven. Definitely right. Yeah, David, I actually prefer to do it in the storage unit only because woo, I'm gonna drop my charger. Yeah, I actually prefer to do it in the storage unit because I have more space and I have more freedom here than I do at my home. Let me go grab some scissors really quick. One second. Yeah, because the last thing I want to do is peel the skin off my lip with this dang tape. So, but it's very rare material goes to waste. Matter of fact, I could show you what my waste pile looks like. Um, and at least if I don't use the wood for woodworking, it won't go to waste because I use oak in my projects. So I can always use oak in my grill and I can cook with it. And the pallets that are made out of oak aren't treated with anything, if that makes any sense. They're just kiln dried, stacked, and then made into stuff. But I could show you guys my like how limited my junk pile is over there. Just give me one sec. I'll finish cutting this little piece of tape. Even like these little pieces of tape, like I try to be as efficient as I can, but you know, there's gonna be waste because I don't really, not really waste, but like offcuts because I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I said, so I just put stuff together. Yeah, I just put stuff together, and you know, hopefully it works. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. That this is all like that's all the scrap that I have for like garbage that I know I'm not going to use. This is all scrap chunks of oak and a little bit of paper, but scrap chunks of oak that I could put in my grill to like cook food on. So what I'll do is I'll probably run it through the planer just to get all that junk off of it and then and all the dirt off of it so that's not getting cooked into the food. And yeah, so it's very rare that you know wood goes to waste. and then or what I could do is I could plane it down into nothing and then turn it into either bedding for my buddy, or sorry, I'm trying to set you guys back up. I could, oh, I was already looking at myself. Crap. I could turn it back in. I could turn it into like bedding for my buddy, and or what I could do, like all this tape, this is definitely trash. Um, or I'll put it on my table saw, turn it into sawdust, and then I will go home and mix it with the flower pots and stuff. What's up, Lee? Caesar, what's going on? Kobe. Oh, the crowd is loud. All right, cool. So I got yeah, I got a few projects here that I could start mixing and stuff like that. And then of course you don't want to do this when the weather's too cold. That's why, like, right now this time of year is perfect for epoxy pours, because they want it to be about 70. It's not 70, but you know, it's not cold enough that the epoxy won't cure. So we're good. We're good. So the other pieces that I have are over here. And remember the little offcuts of Tyvek tape. What I'll do is I'll use that to reinforce the spot, so that we get minimal leakage. So, and this is, I'm not sure what kind of wood this is, but I'm pretty sure if anyone wants to, you know, buy reclaimed wood, you know, I'm sure they could come up with something for it. And yeah, that's it. And then what I'm gonna do is just cut this right there, and then cut. I want to cut just a little bit above. Oh, I didn't cut all the way through. Yeah, cut a little bit above, so that way if I have any overpour, it doesn't come, you know, spilling out. It'll have time to, you know, seep into wherever it needs to seep into. So so I'm gonna put the tape up here. I'm gonna do one last wipe down of this wood. And if you guys are interested in buying wood, I mean, you have to be local for me to sell it to you. But yeah, all this wood I reclaimed from pallets. You know, except for the stuff that I told you was given to me. Yeah, but if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys leave it down in the comment section. There you go. Now my phone is charging. Cool. So we're gonna start mixing up the epoxy right now. Safety first. So I got some black gloves that are kind of tight like a toiga. And we're gonna measure in ounces. So if you guys are just joining, smash that like button. Do we get more lives now? What? Oh man, we'll see. I don't know. So this is liquid glass. This is part A. This is part B. So we got to do 2 parts to 1 part. So normally I'll do it in 9-ounce batches. So here's my scale. Turn it on. Any thoughts on which trucking direction you're going? I filled out applications for local companies, so I don't know. We'll see who calls me back. No one has called me yet. Alright, so make sure all these projects are officially on the table. These scissors, I'll hang them right here. So got my cup, got my stir stick. So we are zeroed out. All right, so now we're going to take part A. I don't know, we'll see. We will see, gamer. So we want to do 6 ounces. No, the wind is blowing. Oh, 6.1. That's okay. Because I didn't officially mix in the part B yet, I can just pour that out. And of course the wind wants to pick up when I'm doing this, so 6 ounces right on the dot. Cool beans. And then got part B here. What I want to do is just touch the scale so it doesn't turn off. Let me crack this open really quick. Alright, so I got part B open. And we want to pour slow because we want 9 ounces. That's right. Over pour just a little bit, but once it's poured in, you don't wanna pour it back in, because then you could get some diverse effects. All right, so now what we're gonna do, plug you guys back in, make sure the charger is doing its job. All right. So now I can turn the scale off. I'll put the scale off to the side for right now. If I could find a frickin' place to put it, Frank. All right, cool. All right, so I need to stir this for 10 minutes, so it's all in here. What's up, Canadian? Let's see. But if a seat is what you want, I'm sure you'll be able to soon enough. What's up, Dead Dog? Canadian, yeah, but you know, whatever. Nah, I've never looked out of state for another lease, so we want to stir this for 10 minutes. So someone start a timer. So at 54 minutes on this live, it'll be good. Technically, what you should do is you should have another container. You should have another container to do this, so that way halfway through, which would be 5 minutes, you could oh man, I'm already breaking off chunks. You could yeah, 5 minutes, you could pour in another cup to ensure a thorough mixing. So I would love to do like a really big epoxy pour. That'd be cool. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it down below. I'm all ears, all eyes, baby. Hey, look, you guys never get to see my real hair, you know? So Smash that like button if you haven't seen my real hair. Hello. So yeah, so the more you mix it, the more clearer it gets because once you mix the part B with the part A, it kind of gets cloudy. And then another thing you want to be careful of is not to stir too many bubbles in. But oh crap! Dang it! I don't have. I don't think I have a lighter with me. So you're supposed to have a lighter handy to get out all the trapped air bubbles, but um, I'm sure I can find a way to create a flame or something. Hmm. Do you plan on being a company flatbed driver? Yeah, maybe. Um, do you um do you ever add color dye to your epoxy? No, I've never done that because I like the natural look of wood. The only color that I would possibly consider, right now at least, for any of these, would probably be for this one because it's darker wood and maybe color it black. But it's so dark in there, it's gonna take on whatever color it wants. So, and you want to scrape the bottom, you want to scrape the sides, and do I need you to bring me something? Yeah, some laundry and laundry detergent and a lighter. So, but no, I'll check my car because I don't think I have anything. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, I wonder if I have the lighter in any one of those bags over there. But I do have a drill. I do have a drill, so maybe I could, I could do like a little. I could take like a piece of wood, put it up against another piece of wood, and start like a hominid fire. But another way you could get bubbles out of the epoxy is just by letting the epoxy sit for a bit, and that's probably what I'll do because the epoxy doesn't start thickening up for about like an hour. So, and what I could do is I could turn it on its side. What kind of drugs you actually make it, Frank? They call it clear. Which that's a real thing. I was watching this photographer. He was walking down the street and he had said hi to like some like random guy, but he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then the guy was like, "You got clear?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, what?" And he goes, "You said you got clear?" He goes, "No, I said what's up." He goes, "Oh." He goes, "Why? You trying to buy some?" And he was just like, "Yeah." I was like, "I didn't even know that was a thing. I've never even heard of it. I don't even know what kind that would even be." Dang, I still got 5 more minutes. This is harder than the hot pepper challenge. So I don't know if you guys can see in there, but there's a bunch of bubbles in there. But that's okay. But it's all good. Now, I guess if you have a better mixing method, you could just mix it a lot less. But I'm doing this in a water bottle, so. Ah, Frank. Ah, man. Start your ride and put the engine bay with the hood closed. Put it in the engine bay with the hood closed. Why would I do that? To make fire? Maybe I could get the car to backfire. That might help. Oh, nah. That won't start a fire. Maybe I could dip a stick in gasoline and then create a spark. Alright, hold on, guys, because my hand is hurting. Ugh. I don't mind if I do, Frank. That's on slow speed. Have you? There we go. Now we're cooking, Frank. There we go. Yeah. Let me make sure. Oh, see? I knew that the stick was falling out. Oh, yeah. Straight whipping, baby. Oh, it's making epoxy bubbles like floaties. Oh my god. That's a bad idea, Leah Liz. That's a bad idea. I can't. And it got cloudy. Crap. Leah Liz, see? I'm gonna go back to my old stirring method. It's all good. I'm also a former convict, a former child, you know, all that good stuff. Um, yeah, the dog. All right, one more minute, and then we're gonna let this stuff settle. I'll see if I have you know what could work too, um, because inside of the hot hands packs, it's carbon. So maybe if I take a little bit of that, and then I can create some heat by rubbing sticks together or something. Because I got propane, I got a grill. I don't have like a light source. Like I have no way to heat it up. So, all right. Hey, listen to this quick rundown and see if any of it makes sense. All right, what's going on? All right, so it's been 54 minutes. I am going to, and then another way you could get the air bubbles out is by pouring it up against the stick. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to wipe the stick off, and then I'm going to just let the bubbles float to the top. Yeah, let me see if I have a way to start it. start something, you know? Wanna be started something, wanna be started something, gonna be started something, wanna be started something. Julia, do you know if you left my blue lighter in here? A heat gun or a hair dryer? I don't have either of those with me. What am I making? So I'm doing just a couple small epoxy pours right now. So here's the epoxy in there, using liquid glass, and then I'm going to be using it to fill these voids in these projects right here. So all right, let's see. Uh, Military brat. I was born in Germany, college educated, former drug addict, classically trained in music, former 1.5 miles. That's what you get with me. Sweet. Now, at what point did you drive a glow plug wired up to a battery? You know, I was thinking, what I could do is I could disconnect one of my spark plug wires, because that creates a spark. And then maybe I'll just dip the stick in gasoline, and then, but I'll have to pour all the epoxy first. Did I mention that, my best friend? Wow. Now you don't have to bring it over here. I'll figure it out. Let me show you guys what it looks like in here. So you see all that foam at the top? That's the bubbles rising to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. So let me pop my hood, disconnect one of my spark plug wires. I got a stick. I got some gasoline over there. Or you know what? I probably won't even use gasoline. I'll see if I have alcohol. See if I have alcohol. Yeah, let me see. As of right now, I see acetone. I got acetone. I don't have alcohol. Yeah, so I got some acetone. So what I'll do is I'll pour the epoxy first. Use the lithium. I'm gonna just dip the stick in a little bit of acetone, and it'll be like a little tiny flame. What's up, prison yard? What's going on, Franks? Yeah, I'm just gonna use a little bit of acetone. Please don't use. Well, I have no other way to light this. Shut up, Frank. Oh man, you guys are party poopers, huh? You guys are some party poopers, some grade A party pooper. Alright, so I guess what I'm gonna do is disappoint all of you. Booster cables, use them for spark. I said I'd bring it. Yeah. Listen, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to recreate the flame. You know what? Before you come all the way down here, I'm just gonna check my bucket, make sure I don't got a lighter in there. Because I swear, if I do all this and I got a lighter sitting right on top, I'm gonna be upset. Ow! I just dropped the bungee on my foot. Nah, I don't have one. Uh, Paint Planet said, "You're really done? Why not just go find a used truck?" I don't have money. I don't have money, and I can't get a loan. Nobody will give me a loan. All right, so we got a lot more foam, a lot more bubbles. So what I'm gonna do is do exactly what I said I'm gonna do. We want. All right, so we're gonna pour the epoxy right now because it's not pertinent to have the fire going right now. So there's the foam at the top, there's the bubbles. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up right here, and we're just gonna, you know what, I'm not gonna do that because that's gonna be stupid. So I'll put that right there because it's just like little tiny nooks and crannies. So what I'll do is I'll just dip that in and just dab that on, just like so. See, if I would have poured that on, that would have made a huge mess. See, I'm using my noggin today. So I got this other small piece right here. I'll slide this right there, slide this a little closer, and then I need one of those sticks that, or those things that you pick up honey with, if that makes sense. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, I'm using my noggin. Just backfill that. Just get a little bit more, a little dab of do ya. A little dab of do ya. There we go, Frank. All right. Tune in next time. uh, Guys, look, this is the stick that's gonna have the fire on it. I didn't even dip it in acetone. I'm just pouring epoxy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing flammable about that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this right here next to that one. And I don't want my charger falling in there. So I'll put my charger right there. And then just start pouring that right in there. You guys obviously don't know enough about epoxy to know this isn't flammable just yet. So I'm just painting that on there, giving it a chance to like soak in and stuff. I don't believe that there was anything underneath those. Anything else you need before I head out? No, I don't. I don't really need you to come bring me anything except laundry detergent and the laundry. Duh. All right. This one, because it's really deep, I guess I could pour that in there. And just give it some time to fill the void. Trying to tap it so that it can you know, creep in there, because you can watch like all the little bubbles coming out. Drill holes in my honey stick. Oh man. Yep. So you guys can see all like the tiny little bubbles rising to the top, and I think 9 ounces might have been way too much epoxy, but we'll figure it out. Figure out what else to do with it. I mean, that was a really deep pocket. Oh, see? So what I can do is I can take this and slide it on over and backfill that void right there. And this could use a wee bit more. Just want to work it into all the cracks and the crevices. And that's one thing that's cool about epoxy, is that you guys can see what the wood would look like if I, treated it with something. But like the dark natural beauty of it. And you kind of almost always want to over pour epoxy, because what will end up happening is that when the epoxy dries, it will shrink. So, fun fact for you guys. So, I'll slide that over there. This void right here is absorbing a lot of epoxy, and I'm not really too concerned about over pour right now, only because these pieces are going to get replaned again. So I'm going to run it back through the planer just to get all the over pour off when it all dries up. See, this void is still taking in epoxy. That's why you want to just pour it in small amounts. And that's why I wear gloves. Yo, Brandon, shut up. Alright, so pour a little bit more on this piece, and it's still getting sucked in. So there we go. You just got to give it time to absorb into the crack and the crevices. This piece is still sucking or absorbing the epoxy. So is this piece right here. So epoxy is just liquid plastic, for those people who don't know, and it's actually really soft compared to wood. So the planer doesn't have an issue bringing it down any. Yeah, the planer has zero issues bringing it down. So, and then all those bubbles, you can remove it with the heat gun or fire. So, and I have neither, and apparently my live has forbidden me to create fire. So all right. So looks like I could put a little bit more epoxy over here, so I'll just try to scrape it over. And then it looks like I could pour more epoxy over here, so that's what I'll do. Pour a little bit more epoxy right there. Spread that out. Like I said, you kind of want to over pour it. Yeah, look, it's still getting sucked into that crevice right there. Oops. So all this extra right here, I'm gonna bring that down because it looks like something over here is still sucking it down. And then what I'll do is I'll start moving it over here. Alright, but then planer knives will get gummed up. Nope, it runs so fast that it barely has time to stick. I never have an issue with it so far. And then you can see the epoxy is like leaking out right here. No big deal. I'll just scrape that off with like a putty knife or a razor blade later. There we go. And then all these little voids, I'm gonna scrape this off. Oh yeah, the temperature's starting to drop. I can feel it through my pajamas. There we go. See all that extra right there? Take that. Put that right there. But you guys can see all that nice grain pattern. All this extra. Bring it over here. It's gonna be full send. No, dude, I didn't even start a fire. I didn't even start a fire. Oh, and funny story for you guys that yesterday's live, and then when I had to like leave and then come back, I forgot I drank eggnog. It wasn't the food; it was the eggnog I drank, and that's what messed my stomach up. Yeah, look how deep and rich that wood looks now. That's because of the epoxy. So epoxy, no epoxy. So all this extra, just take it, smear it on. And then this could use some more epoxy, so maybe I'll just take my, see, I told you 9 ounces would have been a lot, and it still is, but got this piece right here, and you can watch it run down into the crevice there. Just working its way, working its way. And the thicker it is, the harder it's going to be to yeah, the thicker it is, the harder it's going to be to get it where you want it to go. So that's why you kind of got to work fast, but not too fast. That's why no, it wasn't old eggnog. I'm lactose intolerant. I Dead dog, I could start a fire right now. Dip that stick up there in a little bit of acetone. First, I'll start my car. I got the Subaru right there. Start the car, pull off a spark plug, uh, pull off a spark plug wire from the coil pack, and then yeah, I'll do that. You can see that there's tiny little bubbles in there, and the way you get those out is by scream at it. Scream at it, Frank. Just trying to get any air out of there so that it can absorb more. And then come to look at this, it's still pretty packed to the gills. There's a void here, so I'll pour just a little bit and then see how that works out. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, there's another void right there that didn't get all the way full, or it shrunk or something. So just need a little bit to top it off. Yeah, I was planning on doing all this last year, but it got too cold and I was building the crib, and you know, I didn't want sawdust to get in there, so let's see fire. What's up, Aussie? Yeah. Scrape away those little bubbles. Looks like that's doing good. Looks like this is filled to the brim. I'll probably try to scrape some of this over, because this epoxy is still thin enough that it can the epoxy is still thin enough it could get into like those little cracks and stuff. And I guess if I wanted to backfill all these little holes, I could, but it's not really necessary, because that's what makes reclaimed wood and not brand new, right? Oh, I do want to put epoxy right there, but I'm not going to pour it on there. What I'll do is I'll just take the stick and then just drizzle and just see what happens. See if it gets absorbed in. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure you chime in the comment section. Yeah, see, it's starting to absorb a little bit right there. So there might be a void in there or something. But yeah, if you guys wanted to see what all this looked like. It's leaking out the backside. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. One second. Take that. Put my stick over there. I'm going to show you guys real quick. So yeah, it kind of leaked through, but it is what it is. But I still got like a lot. So next time I'll just do 3 ounces and then just see how it goes from there. That's why I wanted a few extra pieces, which I have right here. Kind of got to be careful where I lay it though. Alright, cool. Just wipe my hands off. Gotta use my scissors really quick. Woo! Oh yeah, that wind is blowing. If you guys can think of anything else I can do with the extra epoxy, let me know right now. Because once this epoxy dries, it dries. It's stuck in time forever. Oop. Oop. Crap. I got a feeling this one's gonna leak. Alright. Alright, you guys ready to make some fire or what? You guys ready to make fire? Crap, it's starting to pour out the other side. I knew it. Hold on. See, it's starting to pour out on the back side there. So I gotta catch it before it officially goes. So what I can do is nothing, because that's why I need to create like a mold or something. Because once it gets wet, and there's really nothing you can do. Except, like, really, like, don't move it. Yeah. Because I'm not going to stand here all day and, like, hold it, you know? But if you guys want to see me, you know, fill something else, let me know. Oh, here we go. I got another cool piece of rope here. With this nice eye. So maybe, let me get my tape. I got epoxy everywhere. See if I got some tissue. to pieces. Like I said, that's okay if it sticks. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be back here, so if uh, by the time I come back, everything should be fully cured. Take this, dabble a little bit more right there, and then that way I'll be able to run it into the planer. And since all the scraps get blown into the box, yeah, since everything gets blown into the box and epoxy is plastic, my buddy could still use it for bedding. So using the scissors right now to peel the tape off. What's up, Ashley? That had a lot of snap factor, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure it's nice and tight like a toy. So the reason why I'm putting it on this side, because the other side I got like the two little grooves right there. That's from my planer knives when they were, I think I nicked like a nail or something, and then it created the two little notches. So if you're just joining this live and you're wondering what I'm doing some epoxy pours just to kind of like, I wouldn't say increase the value of the wood, but uh, give the wood a new life. This is all reclaimed lumber, so um, yeah, so it's all reclaimed wood. And I know I got a few extra pieces right here, so I can put that right there. So in order to reinforce this wood, I am putting epoxy on it, and I told everyone 9 ounces would be too much, but since you got to pour it in uh, a ratio of 2 to 1, kinda called it. Oh man, this side, yeah, this side definitely poured out. Um, there's no way that that's gonna hold. Crap. So I'm probably just gonna get epoxy all over the dang table. Dang it, Frank. So I'll show you guys here in a second what I got, but I'm just trying to get these voids in the wood filled, because that epoxy is really expensive, and I can even fill these. I use these for my kid's crib. So what I could do is I could put tape on these side, backfill it, and then these would be solid chunks of oak again. So show you guys here in 1 second. So I could fill this hole right here with clear epoxy, so that way it doesn't take away from the overall aesthetic, because it's going to be clear. You can see right through it. Thank you, Vexy. What I missed? My wife called. I see. No, I haven't started the fire yet. Not yet. Wait for it, Frank. Ooh, that's what I could do. I'll put a piece of tissue and then a clamp right there to hold it on. Oh, where the heck are all my small clamps? I don't know where all my small clamps are. They might be at the house. So I could put a tissue and then a small block of wood. So don't save them. Man, this is the wood that I was gonna use to start the fire, and so I need another surface to pour this on. I'm all out of table space. Dang, Frank. I mean, most of the bubbles have dissipated anyway. But I guess I could pour it over here. And then these skinny pieces, all I got to do is put some tape on those. Whoa! Try not to rip the skin off my lips. Alright, you guys ready to make fire? Smash that like button if you want to see fire. I'll show you guys. Whew. Yo, my lip was almost gone. Y'all saw that? Yeah, yeah, my lip was almost. Guys, if that adhesive would have stuck to my lip, it would have been a wrap. I would have been a no lip. I would have been a no lip Frank. I would have been a skinless Frank. Yeah, yeah. I would have been a skinless Frank. There we go. So we could backfill this slot. Are you still bringing that lighter or no? Or are you not coming because I told you don't come? So Julia says she's gonna bring fire. And I said, we don't need no education. Ugh, that tastes like adhesive grody. Sweet and chains. Yes, indeedy. Sign me up, Frank. Sign me up. So basically what I'm trying to do is to eliminate as much waste as I possibly can. Trying to see if there's any other wood that I can use. Like, these are pretty much all like cheaper pieces of wood, so I don't want to waste the epoxy on that. See, here's a piece that got some character, but I don't know if it goes all the way through, if that makes sense. See those lines right there? Oh yeah, it definitely goes all the way through, but the thing is it has splits on both sides. Oh, okay, cool beans. So yeah, I can definitely pour epoxy in that. Oh, crap. Yeah, we're gonna make fire before Julia gets here. That's a promise to you guys. Alright. And I just need one more strip right there. Alright, you guys ready to make some fire? Smash that like button. Let me get a heck yeah. After I lay down this piece, we're gonna make fire. Time to make some fire, Frank. Heck yeah. That's right. Lay down this piece. Lay down some law. Let's go. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is, remember we gotta pour the epoxy first, and then we could go make fire. Can I get a, oh yeah? We're gonna do it. Take my little drizzle stick, pour it into all my little projects, and then we're gonna make fire, Frank. Call the someone call Smokey the Frank. Alright, we're just spreading this out. Just gonna make a little bit of fire. That's all it takes, is just a little. I'm just trying to get it. Just trying to get it in there, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get it in all the crevices, all the holes. Then let me get another piece of tissue. We're gonna make some fire. Yeah, let there be fire. I'm gonna pour it into the rail here. Oh, no. Oops. Oops. Definitely over poured that. Alright. Just got 2 more quick pours to do, guys. And we are going to make fire. And what's so good about epoxy is that it's self-leveling. So whoa, the wind is blowing it. Alright, I got one more quick pour to do. 1 second. And we're gonna make fire. Let me get a heck yeah. We're gonna make fire, Frank. Right now. Let me get a countdown. Oh, I put my scissors in epoxy. Crap. Hang those up. Let me get a heck yeah. We're making fire right now. Right freaking now, Frank. Just make sure. Dang, I got epoxy all over my table. It is what it is. I'll scrape that off later. One second. Come on, pour out. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna make fire right now. All right, that was the last of it. Not the last of it, but I don't really have anything else to pour epoxy into. So, first things first, gloves come off. Ow! I pulled my skin. Whoa. All right. So, first thing we want to do is jump into Subaru. All right, let's go, Frank. Can I get a oh yeah? I got bird poop on my door. Alright. This is how we're gonna do it. Subaru started up. Subaru's on. Stick. Acetone. That's another name for Gamer 1. His nickname is Acetone. Alright. So pop this bad boy open. Sticky, and it's wet. Let's go. Sticky, soaky. We're gonna make some fire, friend. Do not try this at home. Warning. This stunt is performed by professionals and under supervision of professionals. Any attempt to recreate or reenact these stunts will do something, and do not try this at home. Ever. Even if there was a fire. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna like pull this off. I hope I don't shock the crap out myself. And haha, we made fire! Oh. Come on! Light! Camera action! Something! Do it now! Alright, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Ah! I need fire. Alright, we gotta do that again. Yeah, don't be stupid, Franks. We got fire really quick. I told you it would work. Come on, dippy, sticky. I just need a little flame. That's all. Just a little flame. Alright, got my stick. Still wet on one side. Got it. It went out. Alright, I still need fire. Alright. I'm gonna abort that mission because gotta support it. Yeah. All right, good. Yeah, I need fire. Like, it's not staying lit long enough. Oh, gasoline. I got gasoline. Ugh. Alright, so we're just gonna abort that mission altogether. You guys saw, I tried, I failed. Protective gear. Got it. See, I got a whole thing of gasoline right there. I could just like pop that off, do it like a little tippy tip, and then like a sticky stick, and like zabby jab. But I think Julia's coming, so she's still on her way. All right, I got tape on my foot. Yeah, so I guess, are you still on your way? I need fire. And it's getting cold out here. I could put the little sticky stick. Oh, Brandon. You know what? No one ever built Rome in a day, so we're gonna try this another way. I got another stick. Oh, nope, not that. Stick. Alright. Shh, Gamer One, shut up. Oh, I forgot it has my fuel tank. It has, oh, got it. I got it. I dipped my stick in gasoline. Oh, that's not the way. I dipped my stick in gasoline. All right. Oh yeah. This thing's to high heaven. All right, here we go. Maybe I should let it dry off real quick, because I kind of like stuck it. No? Nothing? Ah, that's bogus. I need fire. Ah! You meddling kids! So Julia brought the lighter. So, yeah. Thank you. The lighter barely even works. No. Alright. So, why she brought me this lighter, no one knows. But I'm going to use it. Basically, you're just using the heat to pop the air bubbles. I should have got my blowtorch.
Where is it?
Home. But I don't know why you didn't bring it a blue lighter.
I don't even remember it being at the house.
The blue lighter?
Oh, the blue lighter, I can't find it. I thought we gave it to your mom.
No, the blue lighter was in my truck, so it should have been all the goodies in the truck. You know what? Where is that stick? Give me that stick that's right there. I'm going to try to light the stick on fire.
They turned into another plaza. I was like, great, someone saw Mike playing with fire.
I mean, how is it any different than me lighting a match? You know what I'm saying? Alright. This way the flame is a little bit bigger and I can work a little better. It's funny how lighters work, huh? Hi, baby. That's the kiddo right there. Vroom. You guys hear my kid?
Come on.
Trying to get all the little air bubbles off the top. About to have an incident over here, Frank. Ah, it went out. It's alright. I'll break it off. Start again. We're all waiting for the boom. Nice. See those tiny little air bubbles right there? Just wave that right over the top. And just so that it's like almost ultra clear. And that's it. What's up, Barry G? So it appears that those bubbles didn't make it to the surface yet. But yeah, this all should come out pretty good. Yes, baby. What are you doing? All right. All right. And that's it. And that is the end of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let's go Cowboys. Cowboys suck. Ah. So I'm actually gonna go home, get some lunch, because Papa's starving. I do appreciate you guys watching. That was a little epoxy pour. You guys have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna grab my charger and gotta go do some laundry. And whenever this dries, probably tomorrow or Tuesday, maybe I'll be back, depending if I get another job or not. And if not, I'll just be a homeless woodworker. All right, I love you guys. Be good, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.